All right, same day. I'm leaving the office right now. Unfortunately, it's quite a distance away from where I live. Hopefully, I'll be able to capture this. Okay, well, I think it's a little less. It doesn't look like a complete full moon. Yesterday was a full moon. This morning, I could see it. It was amazing. It's beautiful this morning. This reflection, or whatever the hell it may be, I'm not really quite sure, okay? Because I've seen it. It doesn't. How do I explain this? It doesn't actually go away from us like the sun does, and then comes to us. It does something different. I'm thinking, well, that's the female, the moon, and the sun is the male, of course. And that makes very good sense because, the male is always annoying and everything like that. The way, like this time of year, the sun's in that certain position, on the road. It's very annoying. You hate it. That's a male. Some people say I'm annoying. Anyway, so, and the moon is cooling. You look at it, and it's just mesmerizing. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, you understand where I'm coming from with this? All right, anyway. So, if you look at the moon right now, if you can see it, go outside in your backyard or wherever you may be, and you'll see a little red dot up on top right over there. I would say it's around 2 o'clock. Now, that's Mars. Now, I remember yesterday, I was listening to the news. They said yesterday would be the only day that you could actually see this with the naked eye. I'm sorry, Mr. Weatherman, or whoever the fuck it was who said that. You can see Mars with the naked eye all the time. If you just know what to look for, you idiots. It's a little red, and it's sparkly, just like the stars are, which aren't stars. It's an amazing light show up there, but, whatever. Waters above make things sparkle when light is behind it, or in front of it, or wherever it may be. I'm not really quite sure what the hell is going on up there. Many speculations, many ideas. Many flat earthers have many ideas of what's going on there. But I do want to add one thing, though. I was thinking about this. A lot of people say that the North Pole, there's a hole that's projecting the sun with a crystal, and also the moon. Now, what happens if it's just projecting the sun, and the moon is a totally different thing? Okay? And if you think about it, it very well might be true. All right? And I want you to look at it this way. Simple way. Now, if the moon is projecting cold, okay, and the sun is hot, of course, and that the sun is probably the most energy that the creator, he or she, whoever it may be, would need to focus on the most. Because that's going to generate heat. But not all of the heat is coming from the sun. It's also coming from other areas. And I was thinking about this too. Where are the other areas that this heat is coming from? Is it coming from the wall, of ice? Is it coming from behind it? Is it coming from interior? Is it coming from the lava that's below us that we can't get through, which we only dug down 8.5 miles? And that's what I always love saying to people. How the fuck does anybody know what's underneath us? If our hole is only 8.5 miles. Another thing to think about, too, are the screaming noise. Now, I'm not quite sure if I buy this, all right, because we can't determine it ourselves, but that's why they stopped digging. No, they stopped digging because they can't get through. They can't get through at all. That's the reason why they stopped digging, and I think maybe they made this story up, that they heard these moaning and crying and yelling and screaming that they broke into hell or something like that. This is all stuff when you research, you'll find out about it. But I mean, it's intriguing. These are ideas from actually, that person isn't a flat earther, but it's intriguing to listen to all these ideas. And that's of course why we have conferences. But anyway, so back to the sun. Okay, so what happens if that crystal or whatever it is that's projecting the sun, up there, is that crystal is just projecting the sun. It's focused in on the sun. Okay, and the moon is maybe behind, being reflected from behind the dome into like a graphical I don't know how else to explain it. I mean, obviously, there's a grid up there with stars. Because we get so far up, there are no stars at all. You know, the balloon goes up there 200 and what, I don't know, 50,000 feet or whatever it may be. And it explodes, of course. But it's all black. You can't see shit. You should be able to see stars up there. So it's almost like there's another layer somewhere below the stratosphere that's projecting these stars on top of us. Or it could be in the dome. I don't know. These are all questions we have, you know? All questions we have. And NASA and the government, everybody who's been taking your money has been testing this out for decades now. And they probably know. I mean, they have to have touched the Creator. They had to have gotten to the dome. I mean, they know where it is. That's why they hit that explosion with all the atomic bombs and everything. But anyway, just something to think about there. So look at the moon right now. Look at it. Does that look like it's a solid object? Okay. Does it look like a solid object? Does it look like it's 238,000 miles away, or whatever lie they've come up with the mileage, with the miles that they claim that it is? Does it look that way? No, it does not. How could you make such good detail of craters on the moon with a simple camera, off-the-shelf camera that you can buy? How could you do that? It doesn't make any sense, does it? It doesn't. When meanwhile you're produced shit from the supposed space agency that is got the best shit in the world. Plane after plane after plane. They've got every contingency covered. They got nothing covered. Shit. So there's Mars right there at 2 o'clock. So the reason why I made this video is because I'm trying to get home so I can record this and do some zooming in. I don't know, because I only have a small window of opportunity right now. If I'm correct and I'm looking at the moon right now, I should be able to see it off my terrace right now. And I should be able to see Mars too. But there's part of the building that, these objects go behind, and then I can't get to it. And then when you go into the front of where I live, is a bunch of houses. You can't see shit. And then hills and stuff like that. So forget about that. You got to focus on the terrace where I am. So let me see. Let's see. If you don't see it, well, shit, you're out of luck. I missed it. Maybe I can capture it tomorrow. Yeah. No, it's amazing. Oh, and what happened to Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice, whatever happened to that? Wasn't that supposed to go supernova? Do they still have that countdown? I watched the countdown like 6 months ago or like 4 months ago. They were just looping the countdown up, and we're not quite sure if it's going to go supernova. They kept just so what happened to it? You don't hear anything about it. See, they throw this shit in there. They throw space. They throw all this crap in there, and then it just disappears. It's like the cure for cancer, cure for diabetes, cure for dementia, all this cures, all this bullshit. Yeah, they're coming close. They're coming close. They're coming close. They just want your money. That's what they're doing. That's all they want. They want your bucks so they can continue this lie and reinforce space when it's all fake and it's all bullshit. We haven't been anywhere, and we're not going anywhere, and you will never, ever, ever see anybody land anywhere other than a Hollywood studio. And they can't even pull that off anymore. You get it? Thank you for subbing, and thank you for viewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.